For a lot of consumers today, this is the first electric vehicle they're actually going to experience. So as the consumers turn on the TV and they look to see the challenges with EV, the perception is that EVs have a much higher incidence rate of issues that are occurring, namely related to thermal runaway, but the reality is it's much lower than internal combustion engine. But this still gives a lingering doubt in the consumer's mind of what are the differences with this and am I safe with this vehicle? To address these challenges, the government and the global community, both the standards and regulatory bodies, are putting in actions in order to address this by putting different standard methods in there so that it can address the concerns that the consumer has. That's why managing thermal runaway is even more important as we go to broader adoption in our current environment. So my name is Brandon Bartling. I'm Battery System Architect at 3M. EV industry is still very new, and there's these new challenges that are coming up because they're much different than the internal combustion engine. By 3M looking at these trends and trying to understand what are the needs, it helps us understand what material solutions will be needed in the future. Early EVs had a lot of parts that were needed to assemble. To address that challenge, the battery sizes are getting larger and larger and larger because that makes it easier for manufacturing the entire pack. Battery chemistries today are following two different trends. One, an LFP, which is lower in energy density but has a higher safety factor, but does produce a lot more smoke. The other chemistry is NMC, which has challenges because of the additional energy that can be released, but it has advantages because it is much more energy dense, so it helps you have longer and longer range. As a way for the OEMs to make a more dense battery pack, they are looking to put the cells closer together and also integrate them into the overall battery pack. So as the spaces get closer and closer, the materials that are in there have to serve more than one role. The roles that these materials serve are many-fold. One includes that of electrical insulation. The other one is that related to thermal barrier to help address some of the challenges related to the spread of heat from one cell to the other. So at 3M, we have over a century of knowledge in the automotive space, and we combine that with our decades of knowledge in electronics and the electrical markets to address some of these trends that we're seeing in the EV space. We have a long history of taking our world-class technology and our world-class testing capabilities and combining that and bringing that to the customer early on in the process so that we can work with them as a partner to help address and develop these solutions to help advance their designs.